Hello and welcome once again to Mech Warrior Online, the Supersmacky edition. I'm your host, Supersmacky, and today there's a few things I wanted to go over before I actually dropped into the match. First of all, as I'm toying around with the idea of a 100 subscriber giveaway. It's just kind of working around my head. I know I'm nowhere near that point at this stage, but I'm trying to think in advance. Idea is probably maybe doing one of the $20 packages. Again, it's a long way off, but I wanted to throw that out there, see if anybody had any feedback or suggestions. Once I start seeing more subscribers, more commenting, that will solidify, and then I'll make an official announcement with any of the giveaway rules that need to be posted. So keep an eye out for that. The next thing is I've toying around with an idea of being able to produce some different content, and so I came up with this idea last night of Friday Night Fights. What that would be is I would take a certain weight class of mechs, maybe even a particular mech, and run that through several iterations, through several matches, just to give a good view of what it does. Then what I would do at the end of the evening is I would take all that recording time, edit it together, so that you can see the kind of loadout that I do, how things perform in that. I won't be picking and choosing matches just to show me playing well. I will be choosing good matches. But I will edit out all the extra content if I end up getting killed. I'll probably edit off, everything but where the match ended. I don't know. It's just kind of rolling around my head. It would be something a little different, less narration, more just getting into it, seeing the battles, getting anywhere maybe 3 to 5 gameplay recordings. Depends on how long they are. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But just something for a viewer to just be able to watch and not really have to process what's being said, and can focus solely on the gameplay. And finally is content update schedule. Right now I'm on vacation, which gives me a lot of time to actually work on this, which is part of what got me to go ahead and start doing this during this vacation. When I go back to work, or if other events are happening in real life, I may not be able to produce as much. I want to try and keep at least a couple of videos going out every week. I prefer that it be more, but I do have a regular job that takes a lot of my time. I have a family, so there are other things I do have to attend to. But I'm going to try and continue to do this. If you don't see something posted for a week, it doesn't mean that I've dropped the project. If I'm going to drop the project, I'll post a video saying I'm dropping this. But what it does mean is there's something else going on. And just keep that in mind when you see it. But anyway, let's go ahead. Enough of the chit chat, and let me go ahead and show you what I'm running today. I'm going to be running the Nova Prime. The Novas are one of my favorite builds. It is a support mech. It's not really intended to be frontline. It's only really frontline is if you're in a one-on-one situation, because it won't tank that much damage. These big arms, these big club hands, are just really easy for people to look at and to shoot, even from the side. They do provide good shielding, but part of the problem with that, we'll go into Mech Lab, is that's where your weapons are. So you lose your arms, and while you are still alive, you're effectively out of the fight. You can spot, you can harass, you can distract, give your teammates a chance, but you're not going to be doing any damage at that point. But as you can see here, I run 10 ER small lasers. I have run 12 before. It runs a little bit hotter than I like. So just recently I took off 2 of them, turned back on the lower arm actuators, because if I leave those on, I end up losing a whole slot here, which means I'm down a heat sink. And as you can see, I am chock full of heat sinks here. So I still have 10 ER smalls put in a targeting computer just to make up for the additional weight. It has a 1.23 heat management, which is above the level that I like to stay. I don't like to go below. Sometimes I will just because of the particular build, but I like to stay there. 50-point alpha, which is respectable. And if we look at some of the quirks here, there we go. You see heat energy generation minus 8%, ER laser generation minus 5. So off the bat, that's a minus 13. You have the overheat damage, which if you overheat and shut down, or if you have the override engaged, this gives you a little more leeway before you start suffering damage inside. It's a really good quirk because the Novas do run hot. But I do like the build. On this, I'm running the seismic sensor, the radar deprivation, and the ER small laser range increase 10%. It's not a lot, but it's enough. I also get an additional 4% from the targeting computer. So again, it's not a lot, but every little bit helps. If I'm still within optimal range and the other guy isn't, I'm trading better than he is. But that all said, I appreciate you listening to me ramble. Let's go ahead and put it over here, and then we'll go ahead and get into a match. See if we can come up with something good. In preparing for this today, the few matches I've run into have not been great. It happens. I was saying the other day, a couple videos back, this time of day, mid-afternoon, you never really know what you're going to get. Sometimes you'll get great teams, sometimes you won't. It's Friday. Nobody, for the most part, there are some people working stuff, but nobody has anything they have to do tomorrow. And even if they do, a lot of people will just go ahead and party or hang out late, or if you're a nerd like me, play and watch video games. But I'm going to go ahead and drop in HPG Manifold and Skirmish, which is what we've got. Now again, it's not a frontline mech unless you're in a one-on-one situation. If you're one-on-one, you can dish out a lot of damage for what you're taking. And with the 1.23 heat management, all the heat sinks, my dissipation's really good. So it works out fairly well. But other than that, you really want to be there to support. You want to look at what the rest of your team is doing, watch the flanks. If somebody is trying to push in somebody, add your firepower to them. Now I'm starting to see a few more people that I actually know and have seen. So hopefully this will end up being a little better drop than I was getting earlier.
Reactor online.
Now this map you'll see in a minute that I'm going to go ahead and turn on my thermal.
Online. All systems.
It's one of those high contrast things, helps me see
As my redneck
what's
neighbor
going
would
on.
say, let's go kill something.
Hot damn, son, I'm with you.
Helps me see things a little better. Helps me pick out some of the enemy. You're not as
Someone's unemployment, huh?
blended into some of the structure. You can see here, real easy. A lot of hard shadows. I'm going to move up here towards the center. Now, I'm not going to get right on that ramp because I have to push all the way up to get my arms up over the edge. taking a peek there. Looks like you're stacking up on our right hand side, which generally will make sense. And we've got some people pushing the top. I'm going to go ahead and move over here.
Enemy UAV up at Foxtrot 5-ish.
New target acquired.
Thank you, sir.
New target acquired.
There we go.
Assault attempting to flank Echo 6.
New target acquired.
I think we have some under. I'm getting
UAV
seismic.
activated.
Golf Mad
New
Dog is the
target
missile boat.
acquired.
There we go. I'm going to go ahead and
an Echo
reposition.
4.
They did shoot down my UAV, but I'm going to reposition
Another UAV
because
up.
they're looking for me
Echo
over there.
4-ish. Another one, Delta 5. Seismic underneath.
New target acquired.
Atlas coming out from underneath.
Atlas is India. Primary.
New target acquired.
Oh look, somebody's still rocking a Black Knight. Isn't that cute?
Notice the low slung arms are
Mahler
really
Echo up top.
impeding.
He's fresh and pissed.
New target acquired. Warning, incoming missile.
Took the arm off that guy.
New target acquired. Warning, incoming missile.
Jump in here just for a minute.
New target acquired. Target acquired.
And things are not going great. We're down a few, but I'm going to go ahead and try and rotate around here. See if I can get a different angle on some of these guys.
New target acquired. Warning, incoming missile. Left torso critical damage. Left leg critical damage.
And we are getting our faces pushed in a little bit here, but it's a little bit better.
Left leg destroyed. Left.
But there you go. What can you do?
You guys go
384
under? No,
damage.
never mind.
Better match, believe it or not, than what we've had in the last one. It happens. To be honest, all I was seeing is that a lot of our team were letting themselves kind of get picked off and allowing themselves to be a little bit crushed in between those that were coming out and those that were on top.
Target acquired. Warning.
That guy should have been taken down a long
What
time
had
ago.
happened was,
See, what happened was I was getting shot and I couldn't see who the fuck was shooting me.
Airstrike online.
But, you know, again, it happens. That's part of the reason why
Right arm critical damage.
I don't, you know, I try to remain calm because it does happen. Sometimes you're going to get kicked. And there's not a lot you can do about it when it happens. But a good match, all things considered. As far as fighting, I did get 384 damage. Let's look at the team stats. And again, I pointed out yesterday, you can look kind of at the damages. I'm topping my lance. I'm 4th overall. We're just not putting out the damage that we should. Not with these particular mechs, especially. Executioner's not. Cataphracts, the Hunchback, and the Night Gear. We have 4 should be relatively hard-hitting mechs that weren't producing damage. But let's go ahead and drop out of there. I'm going to go ahead and try and record one more. Maybe we can get a win out of it. Again, don't feel bad out of the wins. Out of the losses. If you're playing and you're doing well and things fall apart, sometimes they happen. There are certain units in the game. It really doesn't matter what you try to do. You're going to end up in a loss to them. They're just that good. Unless you're on par with them as a unit, it's going to happen. So don't let it try and get you down. Try and learn from what you do there. There ended up not being a whole lot I could do in that situation. We weren't having a push in one direction or another. We were shooting one way or we were shooting another, and everybody was shooting off in different directions. There was no focus fire. This is going to be really bad because it's going to put my short range mech on this long range map and its domination. Which I'm not entirely opposed to Alpine Peaks. I'm not entirely opposed to domination. Just for this particular mech, unless we've got a really good team, I'm not going to be very effective. You can't just go out on your own. Nobody, even in an Atlas, can just go out on their own and wreck an entire other team. There's no player in this game I'm aware of that can take on 12 other mechs, even if they were all Locust, even if they were in an Atlas, and win. So there are limitations. We'll see what happens with our team. Again, we're getting a few more people on. I think I keep hitting my microphone. So if I'm hitting my microphone, that's annoying you. I apologize and try and keep my hands away from there.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All
So
systems
again, I'm really going to have to focus on the support role here. We're really going to have to avoid trading off at long range, because I can't return anything. As you can see, 228 meter optimum range. It's about twice that, more or less, for your maximum range, but the damage drops off a lot at that point. Let's see what the rest of our team does, where they're swinging. They're going around this way. Okay. I'm going to go this way with them. What I'm going to need to be looking for is targets of opportunity. Trying to harass and destroy any lights that come around.
Target acquired.
I'm going to get some long range splash, but that's okay. You can do that.
We can keep them off the top of this hill. That's usually a good way of winning this.
You know, one thing I have to watch is if somebody decides to snipe over there.
They're screwed on that side to try
New
to keep those
target
circle
acquired.
filled.
Enemy UAV above you.
So they're pushing.
New target acquired. target acquired. UAV activated. New target acquired.
This is... I'm going to go after these guys.
My god, awesome is OP.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
And that's where I said, that's where your opportunity fire comes in. Take off his shoulder, he's gone.
New target acquired.
For that awesome.
Need assistance. Affirmative.
Fuel at 25%.
Wow. I need to get an awesome. They're so OP.
So far, it looks like we're doing pretty good. We've got to keep an eye around that corner there. And on what's going on top. We could be winning the fight, but
Fuel
we're
at
not.
25%. New target acquired. Warning, incoming missile. New target acquired. Heat level critical. Warning, incoming missile. Warning, incoming missile. Target acquired. New target acquired.
Couple coming around L8. A Kodiak and a rifleman.
New target acquired. Right leg critical damage.
And that's my job, is not to sit there and give a lot of FaceTime to them, but to go ahead. But just me being there, I pushed them back. We've still got some good firepower going on here. We might be able to pull this off. Hey, he's outside of my range. And we've got him in a decent fight here. Want to poke out too much. Just want to see if I can see these guys. And I don't, which means they've swung back around here. We may be able to pull off a win here. I know it's running into a long match, but
Fuel at 25%.
There's only two of them
New
for you.
target acquired.
Do the math.
Going down, I can't get angles to shoot.
Target destroyed. Heat level critical. Right leg destroyed. Fuel at 25%.
he's likely going to get me here, but
0%.
Wow, you
Right
finally
critical
overheated.
damage.
Holy shit.
Target
there we
destroyed.
go. And good match. Ended up being a really good match.
That awesome.
Good game,
Pretty
team.
Awesome.
Yeah, so OP. Gotta get me one.
Right.
I know, man.
Okay. 3 killing blows, 7 kill assists, 1 most damage dealt, 618 damage. And of course, this is my 2 times modifier, which is why I got all that extra. Let's look at the whole team. Pretty decent. We didn't have any really low numbers. There's that awesome who ended up not, I don't think, particularly doing that awesome, considering he was running 4 PPCs. But really a decent match. Go ahead and drop out. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I like to capture. Like I said, I like to win. That wasn't necessarily full-on aggressive, but really we didn't have to be. We had the position, and again, with this particular build, I couldn't be that aggressive. I had to be careful about the ranges involved. As you saw several times, I was firing. The enemy was outside of my line of sight. There's no reason to try and stay there or to try and push up. But when we got it down to just those two, it made it worth the risk. And as you saw, I was able to survive that. Was able to get the last shots there on those mechs and help the whole team to actually win. So, again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Please feel free to comment. I do appreciate your questions and your feedback. It'll help make the channel better. If there's anything you see or hear that I can do better, just let me know. And I'll be happy to see what I can do to make this more enjoyable for everybody. Again, the Nova Prime, one of my favorite mechs. Just that whole chassis. If you like kind of the role that you saw me fulfilling here, that's what it really is intended for. Is multiplier, harasser, making people back off, taking away their surprise element. Yeah, I lost a leg and everything, but I survived the match, able to deal reasonable damage. Anyway, thank you again, as always, and all of your gaming. Good luck and have fun. Bye-bye.